Big old giant clam. 21 inches.
Yeah. I'm doing this so I can say that without a jet boat, I am the first person to go from Dawson to Connersville on a kayak on a Tuesday wearing an orange shirt. General Braddock's might have crossed the Yough, but I went up it. That's a good fish. Another good one, maybe a 15. See you, bud.
So if you saw my last video, which was a review of my Torpedo, at the end of that video, you guys probably heard me say that I have a better answer that I have built. I don't want to review this system yet because I want it to prove itself before I really show you what I've built. So for now, we're going to go on a trip to test the motor in the system I've built. You know, I can't test the longevity of my system without making a lot of trips, but we can still test its capability. So that's what we're doing today.
Wow, it's really low. I don't know if this is going to be possible. 627, it's low. I don't know if we're gonna make it, guys. We may not have enough water to run this boat where I want to go. I don't know, is that about 5 minutes to get ready?
Just wanted to say, like I just got done saying, it's about 5 minutes to set it up. So first benefit is it is quicker to put together than the Torpedo.
I do not have faith that we're gonna make this without smashing rocks. No way. We're hitting rocks already.
So realistically, I picked the perfect day to test this motor. This is as low as this river really ever gets. You know, at around 600 cubic feet per second, there isn't much water. So immediately upon setting off, we are going to get to see A, how shallow of water we can run this in, and B, if it'll kill itself if we hit a rock.
Definitely not. We're gonna have to walk some more. Even on a boat like this, you are not making it up this with a Torpedo or any of those motors at all. We're doing something. Trying to keep us as high as possible. There we go. There we go. She got the power. She ain't got the clearance. I don't think anything is going to have the clearance.
So if you've noticed me pulling on that string off to my right side, that is actually an adjustable trim that I've made for this system, so that on the go you could raise the motor to get as much clearance as possible. Now the trick to that is the faster you go, the more the boat sinks, the more the water comes up behind the boat, the higher you can pull that motor and the more clearance you can get.
I got her up in the air. It seems like about as high as I can go. Higher there. Oh, cavitated right there. Yeah, once it cavitates, you can't. You gotta like let it drop.
But so it took me a little bit of time to realize that when you pull it up, you don't have to hold it. The torque of the motor pins the motor at that height, and you can let go of that afterwards. But I'm still kind of playing around with it to see, you know, how high can I get this and still get good movement forward. The only downfall to this is if you go too far, it starts to cavitate, and then you lose your forward momentum, and then you have to like reset it, let the motor drop back down, get going again, and then pull it back up. In time, I should get used to that and know about where I can set it, to know about where I can keep it at certain speeds. And of course, if you're not trying to do what I'm trying to do, and you're just driving around, you ain't gonna mess with that at all. It'll just hold it where you want it to be, you know, like every other motor.
We're making it though, slowly but surely. We're moving pretty good. We should be hitting bottom soon, which sucks, because that's still a long walk yet. We got her about as high as I can get it. There's bottom again. Bottom again. Just shut her off.
So right around knee height is about the depth that I seem to hit some rocks, maybe not hit some rocks. You might make it, you might not. And knee deep for me is right around 21 inches. So realistically, 21 inches is definitely enough depth, but what you're having is different rocks, could be 6, 8 inches higher, and you can't avoid them all, is what it is. If we was a concrete bottom, I'm sure you could run this in a foot of water, no problem.
part of the net. Ouch. Big old giant clam. It's very interesting. There's another one over here. There's another one right there. No pearls.
So a little trick I've been using, even with the Torpedo, if I have to get out in certain spots where there's some current and then get back in, well, if you just hop back in, try to get the motor started, and you end up floating back down to where it's too shallow again and have to get back in. So the trick is to get the motor started while you're out, get it pointed in the right direction, and then hop in so you at least hold your position, and then you can start speeding up to go forward.
Deep, I'm up past my knee almost, it seems like. It's gonna take off without me.
So you may have noticed the controls I have for my setup are this little box right here. You know, that replaces this giant Torpedo mounted thing that's in the way and basically renders this whole side of the boat useless. You can't get in and out on this side. You can't do anything. It's just this giant, clunky, always in the way. I don't know how many times I went to land a fish on this side and I boat flipped the fish and the fish slaps this motor and the motor starts taking off in reverse or slaps it forward and it ends up going forward without me knowing.
Get in here, bud. Woo! We got one. Oh, don't turn the Torpedo on. He's smaller. Thing's gonna look so small now. Oh,
It's quite dangerous if you ask me. This big giant lever, you hit it with everything.
All right, now we got that chaos over for at least now. The goal / plan, have this new setup, and I do not know the range. If you do have a fancy Torpedo, it'll let you know how far you can go, but I found that inaccurate. So to me, a real world test is about as good as it gets. At this flow rate, I think the river is probably flowing 2 to 2.5 miles an hour on average. This boat should be capable of 5 miles an hour with this setup. We have about a 5.25 mile trip. We'll round it to 5 because we walked some of it. But ultimately, 5 miles up to me with 2.5 water flow is technically 10 miles. And we have a headwind, so technically maybe 12 miles, maybe 13 miles of distance if we can make it to Connersville. I did install a battery gauge. I don't know how well it's going to work.
We are doing a decent speed for this amount of current and wind. There is just a lot of shallow parts in this section of river that I definitely had to get out and walk because there wasn't enough depth. And I'm not going to bore you with showing you all the details to that. It's, half of you guys probably left already. So here's a little smalley action to keep you guys awake.
There's a fish. Is it big? Oh, it's decent. It's decent. Oh, it's decent. It's decent. He's fighting hard. He's a good one. Got him tired out. He's probably a 14.5, 15. He's a good one. First fish of the trip. See you, bud. Well, I'd rather my pants fall down and be able to drag my kayak than anything. Will it suck if I lose this kayak? Yes, it will. But it's going to suck a whole lot less to pull it like this. This has more power than that 403 by a lot. Can we go through this? Raise it up a little bit more. If we can keep our speed, we'll be okay. We're making it. Come on. All right, now we're full speed. We're in the neck of the river. Well, we're in the neck of the river. Barely making it, but we are making it. Making it better than we would have in the 403, I can tell you that right now. And once we get past this neck, we'll be fine.
Well, if you lean forward, you pick up speed. See, I could balance my boat out more and potentially flatten the boat out. I think we made it through what I thought was going to be the worst part for river speed, and we had the power to go through it. Could put my book bag up front, that might help. Could help balance it quite well, actually. Yep, that made a big difference. Balance that boat out a little bit, get it to be more on a plane. Not even gonna try to go up over that. Too many rocks. What's up? Good, how you doing? Yeah. I'm gonna see how much range I got going up. Yeah, what it seemed like. Good luck. I think we can zoom out through that way. Turn on slow. And we're making it. All right, let's get it ripping. Oh, the power. He says, you're going the wrong way. I feel like I'm going the right way. This is the section that's gonna suck pretty bad. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of walking. One DJI battery down, 3 to go. And none of this is really gonna make a video. Well, some of pieces of it will. But you guys don't want to watch 5 hours of me driving this thing. That's boring, right? Could I drive up that side? Maybe. It sucks because the rocks are so slippery. Almost deep enough here, but I don't think it is. We're going down. No, we're not. Okay, we saved it. We might try this. We're gonna go right. Just take our time. Navigate the deep spot. Goes to Palomino. I mean, this is a very fast section and we're making it just fine. Don't know if we're gonna find a channel through all of it, but it's better than walking that, I'll tell you that. Oh, we're making it. If you have less torque, it doesn't dig down as far either. Just skimming bottom. Of course, there's people coming. How's it going? Good.
Catching any normal fish down here?
A couple smallies, that's about it.
Big red runoff up there.
Oh, that mine runoff, yeah. Yeah.
Drum, 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 drum. Oh my god. 3 million drum. There is 388.9 million drum. That was a fish. Oh, he still has it. Okay, all right. Leg high enough and the rod's in the way. Get up there. Well, this is gonna suck. And the next set of rapids, ended up not trying to go up it because there's somebody fishing it and I'm not gonna bother them. Could we have made it up? I don't know. Would have been a nice thing to try, but the real challenge is gonna be the next set of rapids, seeing if we can go up that, because that is the worst section of rapids that I know. And I don't think it's gonna be possible, but it may. There's a fish. Man, we were ripping. Got a little bug. See, bud? Nothing but a log. Cool.
Are you fish with this?
Yeah.
And we watch your videos all the time.
Do you?
Nice to meet you.
Awesome. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. I'll have to remember that. And so here we are. We got to what I consider to be the hardest part of this entire journey, which is the fast water just below Connersville. So it's not just one section of fast water. There's about 4 to 5 major parts where, you know, it's okay for a while, then it gets rough with bigger rocks and faster, and then it gets okay for a while and back and forth. And we're just coming up to the very first part, which is actually the last part for normal floating, but it's the first part for us.
Okay, not happening. Not happening.
And so what just happened was we come up to the faster water, and I just so happened to hit a rock. And if you keep the power on, it pins the motor to the rock. So you have to let the power off so that you can come off the rock and float back down and readjust. But to be honest, I'm really just kind of taking my time and playing it safe, because this is a dangerous thing I'm trying to do. You know, we're coming in the rapids basically with a motorized boat that I've built, and it's kind of sketchy. And what's about to happen next, it may actually be one of the most dangerous things I tried to do. Was I drug the kayak for a little bit, tried to get back in. Well, when I got back in, my motor was already stuck on a rock because I didn't get it off before I started, and I just started swinging back out into the rapids.
This is kind of dangerous. We're stuck on a rock. Oh, that worked. Dude. Let's go to the other side. I mean, we might make it. We might make it on this side. Don't know. We're gonna hit plenty of rocks, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're saying it. I don't understand it entirely, but staying on the shallow side of the river and taking my time, I actually got through better than going through the main channel of the river. I assume because the main channel has giant boulders and rocks that you just kind of can't avoid because you're in all that current. And even though it's shallower on the shallow side, the average rock height is the same. And if there is big rocks, you can avoid them.
Not saying we wouldn't make it, but we're probably not gonna make it. Would we make it up that? I don't know. If we had more water, maybe. I'm doing this so I can say that without a jet boat, I am the first person to go from Dawson to Connersville on a kayak on a Tuesday, wearing an orange shirt. General Braddock's might have crossed the Yough, but I went up it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it up any of this, to be honest. How we made it up that just blows my mind, to be honest. Am I the first person to do this? I have no idea. Am I the first person to do this with an orange shirt? Odds are good. Odds are very good. Oh, there's a palomino. I want to chop them up, bud. Get out of here. You see that? I'm not hitting bottom yet. I mean, I have more power, but I don't want to use it and damage the prop. We're gonna have to walk. We've gone this far. I can't stop now. All right, I got this. First person, Dawson to Connellsville, without a jet motor, wearing an orange shirt and sandals. I lost it. Can't remember what I was gonna say. While the river is under 650 cubic feet per second. Yeah, beat that. Beat that. Can we make it? This seems like such a bad idea, doesn't it? Got a rock. Let's just go slow and see if we can make it. We're making it. Barely. Barely. Take it easy. This is way better. Even though we're going slow, it's just still way better than walking it. So it's not the speed that's the problem, it's the clearance. We have the speed. I'm feathering it right now. We're using a lot of it, but we're not nowhere near using all of it. The 403 would have never been able to do this. Not in a million years. It would have destroyed itself, first of all. Second of all, it does not have this kind of power. We're at full speed right now. Water's looking decently deep. We're not winning no races, but we are making it. I see the bridge. If we can get past the bridge, we are golden. Water's slowing down a little bit. We're making it. If we had a little bit extra water flow, we probably wouldn't even have had to get out. Well, we definitely would have had to get out a couple times. I mean, she got the power to do it. Battery still has 5 blue dots. You're kidding me. Should we try it? I mean, it's the last gateway to the promised land. And we're not hitting bottom here yet. This we definitely would, but I see a little channel over here that might be possible. Ain't looking good if you ask me. We got plenty of power in reserve, but do we have the clearance? Ain't looking good, man. Ain't looking good. Full speed. We have full speed. Barely making it, but we are making it. Can we get through this? I would be highly impressed if we do. I don't think it's going to be possible. We're going to keep going though. There's a rock. Well, we might make it. I see a dead spot here. We got to cut right. We're through the fast stuff. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. But we got this. Come on. We got this. Get off that rock. I mean, we basically got it. It's just even through here, it's a little shallow. But we are in Connersville. Was it worth doing? I don't know. I did it though. Should we keep going to the new bridge we're putting in? Yeah, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, I always wanted to do things that people have never done before. To be the first to do something, to me, feels good and is rewarding. Even if it's difficult, I think we can manage this. A building going up here, right next to the hotel, motel thing. Yeah, it's a pretty cool building. Don't know what the hell it's gonna be. We'll have to go check it out from the road and see what it actually is. I think we can make this. We get to see the bridge from a different view that maybe no one's seen. Big old crane, half-done bridge. It's cool that they built that little road out there with the tunnels underneath of it. Surprised that survived the flood in the spring. It's very cool. Alright, well, we saw it. We'll leave them be. Doing their job. That was perfect. You guys are still recording, I can't believe it. a fish. They don't feel real big. Oh, he's good. Well, he's good. He's good. He's very good. He's very good. He's a very good one. We're gonna have to play him a bit. It's a good fish. He's not fighting that hard. That is the biggest fish today. Oh, stuck on my fucking hat. Oh, thought he was done. He ain't done. He ain't done. That's a good fish. We have a good one for the trip. Ouch, just stuck myself. That is a 17. 17 all day. We're not gonna measure him. We're just gonna get him back. See you, bud. Thanks for playing. What's up? Big wake. Big wake. He ate it. I don't know if it's big, but it's a big wake. He made it look like he was going to be a giant. He's just gliding. He's a good one. He's a good one. He's not giant, but he's a good one. He's a good one. Buzzbait fish. Cool. Hey, he's like a 14 maybe. Thought he was gonna be a giant. See you, bud. That's one. Decent one. He's a good one. He's a good one. Oh God. Get in the boat flip. Another good one, maybe a 15. See you, bud. We're going down backwards. Ah, we got it. Surely that camera's dead. I did it. I created a ridiculous machine. This is how I thought the Torquedo was going to perform based on their advertisement, and I was deathly wrong. All right, let's get out of here. I think we're done. We caught some good ones. It still says 5 blue dots. I have grown skeptical of my voltage meter being accurate. If it is, I could do this 7 times before I charge it. We made it. Turn that on. Still 5 bars. Okay. All right, well, you can't kill the battery. Very interesting. One-man operation. An absolute success.